I'm not nearly as well spoken, but I will definitely leave you with something of value. Okay. All right. So first of all, I wanted to start with thank yous to the Terry Foundation. I wouldn't be here right now and getting my degree. That's all that I'm gonna cry. It's over. I'm done. All right. A good scholar always remembers the people who paved the path before them. And I want to share with you what the Terry Scholarship has meant for me, and also share some of my life's most valuable lessons in a journey that I could not have gotten so far had it not been for the Terry Foundation. Who remembers the moment you were selected to become a Terry Scholar? I remember opening up that email that said, Terry Foundation interview results. I nervously clicked on the attachment, and as I opened it, it read, congratulations, the Terry Foundation is pleased to notify you. I didn't finish the rest of the email. And that moment was literally the first time in my life that I jumped for joy. It felt as if everything I had worked so hard for was being realized. I knew I'd made it somewhere big in my life, a milestone. I had climbed a mountain successfully. But there were many miles that came before that milestone, and I knew there would still be many miles after that. Speaking of miles, how many of you have ever been in cross country? Okay. How many of you have ever ridden in the MS 150 or something similar? How many of you have ever put all of your clothes in a handmade laundry bag over your bike's handlebars and carried it miles across town to the laundromat? Good memories. When I was a senior in high school, after couch surfing for a couple of weeks, I went to the high school counselor and told her that I didn't know what to do, I didn't know where to go, I had no one, and I didn't have a place to live. Before I left school that day, my Algebra 2 teacher called me to her desk. I thought, oh God, I bet it's about the test. As I approached her, she had this shocked look on her face. Miss Tillman said, Billy, I never knew. I had no idea. And I stared back at her in confusion. And she said, you're just always so happy. You're always smiling and laughing. I asked her what she was talking about, and she told me that she just received an email from the school counselor. In fact, all of the faculty received the same email. I felt bad that I made her worry, so I said, it's okay, Miss Tillman. I'm okay. There was no way for you to ever know. I've been through worse. That did not make her feel better or seem less worried at all. Before the end of the next day, all the teachers and school police officer had gotten together, opened a bank account for me, and on a teacher's salary in 2006, they put enough money in an account for me to last a couple of weeks living in a hotel. Working at, working at KFC Taco Bell, I had a 10-speed bike that was given to me also by that same officer. Nobody came to my graduation except a representative from Combined Community Action. I didn't have a graduation party, a graduation dinner. I went home to my hotel and I watched King of Queens, and I ate the best free fried chicken from KFC I had ever had. I lived on the outskirts of a small town called Sealy, Texas, in a 15-foot travel trailer after that. My friends and I joked, and we called it the Tin Can. I remember the first time I realized that I was in total control of my destiny. It was when I was riding that rickety little bike past McDonald's and I smelled French fries in the air. And I remember thinking, I wish I could eat there right now. As I crossed the highway into the parking lot of Sonic, I looked over one more time and I thought, wait a minute, I can eat there if I want to. What motivated me to accomplish my dreams was realizing that I was now in control of my destiny and could make it happen because I had control of my life. I had my own place and nobody could take that. But what also motivated me was being thankful. I didn't have hot water, but I had running water. Some nights I cleaned myself off with a rag and a bowl of water and a bar of soap. Some nights I put a pot of hot water on the stove, filled the bath up with a little bit of cold water, and patiently waited for the water to boil, then mixed it with the cold water so I could take a full bath. The first time there was a storm, I found all of the leaks. There were 7, ranging from small to big. And that's when I realized I had 7 buckets, or pots, to catch the rain in. We didn't celebrate Christmas growing up, but now that I was on my own, I wanted to celebrate Christmas. So I had my first real Christmas in a tin can. Joking. But I also want to talk about a few people who have inspired me over the years. Allison Levine was the team captain of the first American Women's Everest expedition and the first American to successfully complete a 600-mile traverse from West Antarctica to the South Pole. This was only a small part of her even bigger accomplishment, which fewer than 40 people in the world have achieved in what is known as the Adventure Grand Slam. Conquering the highest peak on every continent, skiing to both the North and the South Poles, taking on the world's tallest mountain twice, all with a rare heart condition. She can vouch for how to succeed under any circumstances. But in 2002, when she first approached the summit of Mount Everest, she did not reach the top. On summit day, a storm had rolled in, and at that point on the mountain, it's called the dead zone because your body is literally starving of oxygen. How many people felt like you were in the dead zone last week with midterms? That's okay. J.K. Rowling sold 400 million copies worldwide of the best-selling book series of all time. She's the first billionaire author, but before that, she was divorced, jobless, a lone parent, and poor as you can be in modern Britain without being homeless. Rejected from 12 different publishing houses, she didn't give up on her dream. She made it happen. Derek Redmond was an Olympic gold medalist, and he's most remembered for a race he didn't win. In the Olympic Games of 1992, in a 400-meter run, at 150 meters, he tore his hamstring and he went down in agony. After taking a moment, he got up, hopped across the finish line, and at the end, 65,000 people stood at applause, giving him a standing ovation. Nobody remembers who took gold or that he lost, but people remember that he finished the race. So, if you're like me, and maybe big things are easy to overcome, but then you make a C on an exam, and you feel like Chicken Little, and the sky is falling, I'm right there with you. I graduated from high school in a hotel eating free KFC. Now I'm an RA on campus. I'm 30 years old. And I'm graduating from UT eating at J2 for free. An incredible experience, but a lack of failure tolerance really stifles you from learning lessons and can prevent you from reaching your dreams. No matter what your challenges are, never feel inadequate. Everyone experiences their own hardships, whether it's a C on an exam, or maybe it's something a little more difficult. But whatever they are, they're all valid. There have been many times I could have given up or felt inadequate, but I chose to believe in myself. And that's what we have to do, because the Terry family does. That's why you were chosen. You don't have to take gold, but you do have to finish the race. And a few of the most important lessons that I've learned over the years: always be exceedingly grateful, never forget your heroes, always believe in something, focus on your strengths, be forgiving, learn to have failure tolerance, and remember that you can conquer your mountains. Thank you.